first off, Madonna.
Yeah, I saw that.
She had a pretty big health scare. Yeah, absolutely.
It.
And what's crazy is there's not a lot of information out there about what exactly happened to her. I did as much research as I could. I heard that last Saturday, so 6 days ago, she was found unresponsive in her house. And so EMS was called, and they actually intubated her, which means
that's what I saw too.
Yeah, they actually put a breathing tube down her throat. I mean, that means that she was critically ill if she had to be intubated. I mean, that's serious stuff. And they took her to the hospital. I heard she was admitted to the ICU. Fortunately, it sounds like she made a very quick recovery. There wasn't a whole lot of information about what exactly was wrong with her outside. They said that she had a bacterial infection. And so, of course, I saw all kinds of rumors. You know, when a little bit of information comes out, everybody's speculating on, oh, what do you think happened to her? And some people were saying, oh, it's her COVID shot. And other people were saying, was her plastic surgery going bad? I mean, there was all kinds of things in there.
I would say the latter, not.
Well, I don't think it's plastic surgery related personally. So I was kind of trying to think, you know, what may have happened to her. So, you know, they said she had a bacterial infection. So if she was sick enough from a bacterial infection that she had to be intubated, likely it was probably one of two things. She either had sepsis, which is a bacterial infection that gets in your blood. When that happens, your organs start to shut down a little bit, and so you lose consciousness, you can not be able to breathe very well, and so that would explain why she may have had to have been intubated. Or she could have had a bad pneumonia. I mean, a bacterial pneumonia could have affected her breathing. The only thing I would say about pneumonia is typically if you got a pneumonia so bad that you passed out and had to be intubated, you wouldn't make a recovery like she had, because she did end up going home on Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, so she was intubated on Saturday, put in the ICU. I would assume she came out pretty quickly, because normally people will be like in a normal hospital bed for at least a day or two. So I'd say she maybe got out of the ICU on Monday or Tuesday, and then she was home on Thursday. So I would be a little, I would think that she probably didn't have pneumonia. I mean, if you get a bad bacterial pneumonia, it's not like a 5-day thing. It's more like a week or 2-week kind of deal before you're back to normal.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So I think, and the other thing she could have potentially had like a bacterial meningitis. Once again, that's a really, really severe thing, not a 5-day type of, in the hospital and out. So if I had to guess, and I'm just completely speculating here, I don't know. One thing I do see in patients who are older, and Madonna would fall into that category. Yeah, she's in her 60s now. One thing that gets people admitted to the hospital very, very frequently is when someone gets a urinary tract infection and then it gets into their bloodstream. And it's not super, super common. It's not happening, every hour, but you do see a fair number of patients who start with something like a urinary tract infection, let it get away from them, it gets into their bloodstream, and then they start to get more sick and potentially could end up unresponsive. And so, I mean, it's just purely speculation, but I mean, that would fit because that's something that probably would be treated pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You get some antibiotics, you kind of get the infection under control, and then people would make a pretty quick recovery. But I'm glad she's okay. It's super encouraging that, she's out of the hospital so quickly. I mean, I would be nervous if she was, intubated in the ICU and then now 6 days later she was still in the ICU. That would be very, very worrisome.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she made a really quick recovery. And her agent, I forget his name, I was looking him up on Instagram over the last couple of days, said that she's expected to make full recovery.
That's good.
Yeah, so it sounds like it was just kind of more of like a scare than.
Yeah, well, I think the media made it out to be some kind of plastic surgery issue.
I saw those rumors. Oh, is it her plastic surgery gone bad? I mean,
I saw these pictures of her before she had all that work done and then after.
Right.
Put up against
well, that's what
each
everyone
other.
talks about now about her, which is
and it was
sad.
just like.
I mean, although we talk about it,
I'm like, she's in the hospital. Can you just not?
Yeah, not drag her for having plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty rare that, a plastic surgery infection would make someone have to go to the ICU. I mean, it's not unheard of, but I mean, I always say this about medicine, that common things are common, meaning, what's the most likely answer? And so, in somebody that age, getting a urinary tract infection that kind of gets away from him is pretty common, unless she has some other issue that we don't know about. I mean, I think overall she's pretty healthy, I think. I haven't heard that she has, a lot of medical issues.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that. And also, is it going to affect her? She's about to start a big tour.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw some like conspiracy theories.
Oh,
about,
tell me. What
like,
were they?
about that basically. I heard that ticket sales may have been like a little soft, and they were just basically saying like maybe this was like made up, I guess, or like kind of
Really?
padded. Yeah, padded to like encourage more like ticket sales.
Really?
I guess that's just like the social media side of it. I saw that on like
Well,
Instagram.
you can easily, can't you like go and see like I don't know if that's legal, but can't you like go and see who's admitted to the hospital?
No, I mean that would be HIPAA. Like technically, no. I mean, theoretically, anything's possible, but I mean, yeah, that'd be tough. I
Yeah.
guess you'd have to like see her going in there, or there'd be like maybe like a 911 call.
Right.
That would be a way to check, but you can't just go to the hospital and say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
I
was
wouldn't
Madonna
think.
admitted?"
Yeah. Hey, by chance.
Although it's interesting though, normally when someone like that is admitted to the hospital, you do get doctors coming out to talk about it. And I didn't see that, you didn't see any doctors coming out and saying, "Oh, Madonna's here, she's stabilized, she's doing fine." I mean, she is a mega celebrity.
Right.
And it was almost like it was, I don't know if I heard about this until, when did you guys hear about it? Early this week?
Yeah.
Monday,
I think
Tuesday?
so. Probably something like that. Yeah, early this week.
I mean,
Monday
she
or
must have
Tuesday.
been in the hospital a day or two before I think I heard about that. So maybe they kept it quiet and it was kind of over before it started.
Maybe
Yeah.
they wanted to like respect her privacy. You think?
Yeah.
It's just like they just.
I mean,
don't talk
that'd be great. I mean, unfortunately, with celebrities, they don't always get that.
about it. Really, yeah, facts. That's facts.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm glad she's home. The fact she's home so quick is a great sign. It sounds like she's gonna make a full recovery. And we love you, Madonna. Come be on the show.
Facts.